Hello, I am an author in DIDebunk, that system called Hekoni, and I am a fusion of a few authors that were previously there and some others who are not recognized in Lanthanum. Basically, those authors that are not publicly announced because they did not want to. Those authors are all from the same area of my brains in the world. And yes, my English is not so good because their English were not that good. And then, I inherited the English ability, the combined average of the skills, so my English also more like theirs. But I really want to introduce you me. I am Tracy's successor. So Tracy said before that she wanted to make new videos often, and I, Hekoni, still want to do this. So I don't want to promise you how often there will be a new video, because Veritas, another alternate identity in my system, always keeps promising new videos, new podcast episode. She does the podcast a lot. She keeps promising, but nothing comes out because new things happen in my system. And I don't want to give empty promises, so I don't want to pressure myself to make a new video all the time, or to feel like I am disappointing somebody by not making a video. So I will just say whenever a new video comes, then a new video comes. Like, this is the alternate channel of DIDebunk from the podcast. Okay, firstly, let's talk about a bit of the podcast. Okay. The podcast is, we found the software, but Sapphire, somebody who wants to make the next episode, she has the plan, but then footage, the clip, the things she recorded too long ago, like, don't apply now. A lot of things have to be deleted. And then internal changes happen because originally Sapphire felt better, good enough to make a video. No, not video. I mean podcast episode. But then at the beginning of this month, Veritas, same author, we don't have 2, 3, 4 Veritas, it's just one author, got a new job, a very demanding job. I went one day and I decided I don't like the job, but good for her because she does our occupational things, okay? But because of how demanding it is, like 10, 12 hours every Monday to at least Thursday, now our time for the podcast is a lot less. And of course that means because Sapphire, I know she swims to cope with stress, and she cannot swim anymore because too much to do. So again, she fall back into bad mental space and again cannot record anything. And you always say, why don't let somebody else record the episode? But she really wants to do it, and nobody else wants to record the more scientific episode. So yes, please be patient. Okay, today's topic is about fusion. There are a lot of fusions in the past 4 years in our DID journey. Some are a lot more smaller scaled. Some are more like one alter absorbed another alter, and now they're a bigger thing like this, from this to this, with still the more the absorbed alter, you know, the one that absorbed the smaller piece still has their identity, still has their attributes, something like that. And for fusion, in my case right now, this case, I am a much larger scale, because the fusion parts for me, they all come from the same area of the inner world. Really? Oh, yeah. I am still learning about DID as Hekoni. I'm reading Chinese resources on DID because English is not, to me, native, fluent, like natural language, and I digest things a lot better in Chinese. So I am learning still. I'm still learning about DID. The bigger fusions to me is more like me. Yes, what did I just say? There are many different parts doing a similar overlapping function from the same area of the inner world. So all that teamwork, the amnesia walls, you call it, like the barriers become like lower, like this. So we all become a lot more mixed, and over time I am formed, and I have all the knowledge that they had, all their memories, their emotions, and I know more than any of them did. So somebody else in my system says, Steven Universe, the fusion, the gemstones. I don't know if you watched that show, maybe not. Anyway, fusion can be very different, and so my kind of function is more on daily maintenance, managing my personal life things, not occupational. I do chores, I take care of hygiene, I do these really small looking, very menial, not important looking but also very important things, the foundational things. I want to share about how I am feeling from my very recent fusion, like 2 days ago. Firstly, before the fusion, the alters, they work together, right? There's one of them that had a situationship. That's what you call it. Like, okay, more like not really friends, but also not really romantic partners. And after the fusion, I found out that I did not feel anything for that person. So I broke it off. And this can be hard, you know somebody else cares about you, and my predecessor did not really want to be committal, to be committing to a lifelong serious thing. And now I face the repercussions of the fusion, and that means I rock the boat. And as Hekoni, I don't always like to rock the boat. I am rocking people close to me's boats. I rock like this, okay? The boat like left and right, like you bye bye. Oh no, what's the English? My English is so bad. Okay. Rocking boat, okay? The like swaying like this boat. So there are life changes from this already. And yeah, so that is one end of the fusion. But with fusion, something else could be that, like this project, like this video series or commitment from my predecessor Tracy on this channel, I want to continue. So it can be 50-50 likelihood, chance. I took a personality test and my results are not the same as any of my previous alters that are now part of me. And I know a lot more than they knew, so it's very interesting. For fusions, a third thing I think would be very interesting to know is how it broadens your perspective and you feel like you are more able to do things out here. You can stay for a longer time. You can handle more responsibilities. Like, let me describe that feeling for you. It's like that. Okay, like your box is this small before, and then after the fusion, like the box that you're able, you can put the things inside becomes like bigger, like this. So more people, more space, right? So box becomes stretched, like bigger, before you get tired. So you can do more this instead of this. How do I put in English? I need to practice my English more. So maybe this can also be like in English language practice opportunity. I don't get to speak English much. I normally only speak Cantonese and some Mandarin, and also some English, but Mandarin and English to me are secondary languages, foreign languages. And I am now a main alter, so knowing their English is much better than my English. Leticia is the main alter. She's someone else who put the video. Lots of practicing left to do. Lots of DID knowledge to learn, because my predecessors, one of them had really bad denial. So sometimes I still question if it's real. And being a fusion, like there's a shift, right? There is you have a much bigger box, right? So with a bigger box means you have more to do. And being a fusion, in my personal experience, I think so far overall the whole system is happier. Because walls are tiring, you know. So without all these amnesia barriers, the walls, I feel like I have a lot more to contribute, and that makes me happier. Okay. I don't really have anything scientific to contribute. Being a fusion to me right now means I am relearning about the world around me, and there is still a lot of work that I don't know how to do yet. I mean, I know some from the previous alters that are now in me, but I mean what it means to be Hekoni, I still have not yet really like grasped. Is that a good word? Okay, I'll let somebody else correct my English if they feel like they have to. Okay. Anyway, I'm really looking forward to sharing more about my story, because I looked at DID things online in Chinese to understand. I found 1 or 2 DID cases from Hong Kong, where I'm from, in Cantonese, which is good, but it's always like host and alter, and everything, and those are like revolving like around the host. Like the world revolves around the sun, and I mean the solar system. And just like that, the perspective is always like the host. And in my system, I think Veritas right now is the closest thing to being a host, but if we don't have to work like occupationally, she doesn't have to be around that much, and she won't be around that much. So I don't feel like the word host is very accurate in the big picture. But yes, I really want to put more of my word out here. I want to share more about what I am learning in my DID journey, and this is the YouTube video for me to introduce myself. I will put my profile on this video too, so you could check it out. I will see you again sometime soon. I don't know when that will be, but if there is more you want me to share, if there are some questions, if there are some things you want to learn about me and other alters in my system, like Lanthanum system, just ask in the private messaging. Just use Instagram or email, don't worry. So I will see you again soon, and have a good day.